What's going on, everybody? It's D Frank. I'm coming back at you. It's been a while since I brought you some content on my Ram 3500, and today I'm about to do a quick hold on, man. I gotta show y'all this shit, man. Just look at this.
Look at this shit here. Man, look at this shit right here. So I'm just out here just like taking in the scenery of this dock area, this marina. It's crazy to think that it's not even 60 degrees in the basically the middle of June. So you know that's unheard of for people like me from Alabama. So it's a nice breezy day out here that makes me think about October. But when I get back in this truck, let me continue to review.
Hey everybody, I just had to get back to y'all real quick after seeing all that craziness going on down there. But yeah, just in case if you're wondering, right now I'm currently like what's the name of that? I'm in a small little town that's basically on the Wisconsin Upper Peninsula Michigan state line. So I was right off of Green Bay, and I just decided to go by that park, and we seen what we seen. But anyways, I haven't posted much Ram content, so here I am now. My truck just hit 46,000 miles. I'm exactly at 46,077 miles, so it's a little bit too late for a 45,000 mile review, but it's too early for a 50. But by the time this video goes out, it'll probably be at 50,000. So I'm gonna give you an overview of what I think about it so far. And so far this truck has served its purpose very well. I have no complaints. I've had 3 oil changes in it so far. Changed them out about at 15,000 mile increments. Had 2 fuel filter changes. I just recently changed it myself not too long ago, once I was able to get the money and buy all the tools, because the dealership had charged me over $300. Some I've heard upwards of $400, and it's probably, if that, a 45 minutes or hour job. So I had watched a fellow YouTuber change his out, and he laid the tools out and everything, and I followed his step-by-step tutorial, and I end up doing it that way. So I may record it and put it on my channel, or whenever I decide to open up a channel, you know, strictly for like trucking, for this truck and the hot shot stuff. So there's that. The interior right now is pretty filled up because I'm out here on the road right now. As I stated before, I'm in well, right now I'm in Michigan. I'm about to get ready to go get something to eat, and I'm going back into Wisconsin. And yeah, I just was up in North Dakota. And speaking of this area, I got my truck on the road with the trailer back in January. And hold on, I'm gonna show you something else too, since I'm on the subject of the truck. Let's see. Yes, I'm gonna show you this right here. I basically have used that trailer for damn near 40,000 miles, and this truck with the 410 rear end, high output coming engine, it pulls with little to no problem, so long as the load is pretty even on the trailer. I had no issues. The air ride still is phenomenal. The trailer that I have, the most weight I think I've carried was a little over 16,000, pretty close to 17,000 pounds. And the trailer I want to say is rated at 16, I want to say, give or take. So, and the total towing capacity of this truck is, I want to say, 30,320 pounds. So I've come close to like the total weight with everything, and this truck pulls phenomenal. And two of the biggest things, well, I'll say one real big thing and a couple other little small knickknacks that I've gotten since I put this truck on the road. For one, I went and decided to put me a dash cam up here. And for the truckers, if you have your authority or whatever, you guys need to look into getting a pre-pass. And the biggest thing that I've gotten for this truck was a couple months ago. I went and got a 60-gallon auxiliary fuel tank, and it helps tremendously. It doesn't take up much space on the bed. I'm gonna show you some rolling shots of it back there, and that's one of the biggest. And I also got my bed, got the liner sprayed on the bed because yeah, when I got it, it didn't have that, and I just don't like how scratched up beds and stuff look. That it looks tacky to me. So I've had one recall issue that came up. I think it was something that was going on with the drag links, and when I was in Nebraska coming back from the West Coast, it was a dealership I went into out there when I got my oil changed, and they took care of that. And currently it's about time to get ready to change the tires out. I got almost 50,000 miles, so I think, well, at first when I took it to the very first oil change, I think my tires was wearing out kind of uneven because of that drag. Might have been because of that drag link issue. Might also be because of constantly pulling heavy loads and things like that. And so I had to get a front end alignment, and it's about time to replace the tires. And no, I don't plan on doing anything crazy like doing a DPF system delete, especially since I use this truck for commercial purposes. You don't need I was about to say, you might be, some people probably do it and get away with it, but I'm not one of those people. So I don't want the DOT on me for no reason. And since I've taken it all across the West Coast, I've been up through the hills of West Virginia and Pennsylvania. It's been through some brutal cold. When that cold snap came through back in, I want to say, late January, early February, when I was in North Dakota and South Dakota, when all that mess came through. And this truck has survived the elements pretty well. When I was driving through, when I was on I-10 in California, coming out of there, going up towards like back into Phoenix and everything like that, I've had 10,000 pounds on the truck, and it pulls phenomenally. It didn't slow down much at all. It's pretty much as advertised as what I think, what I thought it was going to be. It's very comfortable, and even up on the inside, when I'm recording last night, when I had recorded when I edited the spark plug video that I just recently, it was my upload before this one. Please go check that out if you haven't. I plugged up my laptop up in here and edited that video in about 2 hours. I was on a truck stop. And also I got a mobile printer that I use for when I'm on the road, where I can scan my paperwork, get it sent in, where I can get paid, print out rate confirmation. So this truck is basically my just office on wheels. And the reason I went with the Laramie, I wanted, something that'll be fairly nice, and it had everything that I was looking for in it. So yeah, there was no complaints about that. Other than that, I have no complaints. It's smooth running truck. It's very dirty right now. I got some of the dirt from when I was off. Since I brought that up, it has 4-wheel drive. I've used it a couple times to get through some snow when I was in the Dakotas back in February. I When I was up in North Dakota a few days ago, well, last week when this video goes up, I was delivering to a site that there was getting an oil field situated, and I was riding on those dirt roads. If any of you guys live near Minot or a little bit past there, near Williston, or do any kind of oil field work, you know how those roads are out there. And it had a thunderstorm just came through, and it was nasty. And I had the trailer, and it was kind of rough coming through there. But at the end of the day, the truck still, it held smooth in the road. I didn't need to turn my four-wheel drive on until I got into a certain spot where it was just mud everywhere. The truck slid and even in four-wheel drive, and I was able to get it up out of there. But overall, it's a pretty solid truck, man. And that's all I got. It's just like an informal review, and I'm about to just pull over right here and just like show you some of the scenes and stuff. Like I'm just taking time to relax before I get back on the road, because in the morning I'm gonna pick up and I'm gonna be heading to Kermit, Texas. So you people near Odessa, you probably know what I said. I'm going out there in the desert, so I'm just trying to take in this weather for all it's worth, because when I get to Texas, I know it's gonna be some extreme heat. So that's the only element I haven't taken this truck into yet. So maybe when 75,000, maybe 100,000 miles come up, or when I had it for a year, I can vouch for how good it pulls when it gets heat soaked and everything like that. So until next time, well, before I really cut it off like that, if you find my videos helpful, if you like the content that I'm putting out, as always, please rate, subscribe, comment, share the videos. I know I keep saying I need to get this truck channel started. Whenever I do, I'll, advertise it more in my videos. And also thinking about another project that I want to do with another YouTube channel that's not really car related or business related. It's just like life story. If you like good, entertaining, crazy stories, I think I'm gonna go that route too. So now, with that being said, I'm getting up out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'll show some videos and clips of the trucking word. Because I know once I get up and get to work, it's gonna get pretty hot over here. What I'm gonna do next is take one of these tarps. I might not be able to wrap Christmas presents too well, but I think I did all right tarping.